vacuum?
That's for the oil. So you take the oil out of your motor.
Oh, you gotta vacuum it out?
Yeah, and then I got you a new oil pan because your oil pan's a little cracked.
Was this the cheapest one?
Yes.
What are you looking for?
I'm supposed to plug this in at.
Yeah. You have to vacuum it because you can't. What? You can't get the. Is it?
Yeah, because most of these motors, when this motor.
Why can't you drain it? Is it like strip? You can't get the nut off? Or
No, because it's stripped.
Oh.
So so do you watch them change your oil?
Who, Grismer?
Yeah.
No. Their uniform. I'll tell you what. Their uniforms are way too crispy. I don't really trust them for that fact because a mechanic should never look clean. You know what I mean? If you're really getting down,
Yeah.
How are you so clean?
So you don't watch them change your oil or do any maintenance to your car?
No.
That's your first problem.
And I trust you because you always have a cigarette. You're always smoking a cigarette.
I'm going to tell you this right now.
Sketchy ass prices.
How much you pay Grismer to change your oil? Or doing any maintenance on your car?
Fucking like hundreds of dollars.
That's what they're known for. I'm going to recommend you to a place, okay?
I trust you and I believe you. I'm just going to tell you that off the rip because when you see tools like this, I'm sold.
None of their tools should be clean when you're working on a car, ever.
Right.
Ever. If you're working on a car in your hands, or even if you're wearing gloves,
Right.
let's say they're wearing gloves, right?
Don't mess up my oil pan.
And they're working underneath the car and changing the oil. There's always going to be oil on those gloves. If they're grabbing a tool, it's going to be greasy.
Go off,
if
King.
they're touching their pants or their shirt, it's going to be greasy.
Go off, King.
So if anything, if their shirts or even their boots or whatever shoes they're wearing to work on the car, and there's not any
not
grease,
a drop of oil.
then you're not, obviously
Right.
you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I mean, if you shake their hand, when they pull away, they should scratch you.
I
They
should-
should like scratch blood.
Like, for example, let's say I was changing your oil, right?
Right.
And I wasn't wearing gloves. I would have grease on my hand, oil on my hands, correct?
They're probably not even changing it.
So if I would shake your
You
hand,
think? They're just topping it off.
well, they'll change it.
Oh,
But let's say, for example, I had oil on my hands for draining your oil,
right.
and I shake your hand like your car is done now. Wouldn't you have grease on your oil on your hand?
Absolutely.
Wouldn't your hands feel a little greasy?
There's no way. Yeah.
That's like
Those
saying,
are the red flags that I have, and
that's
that's why I come to you, because obviously you're getting down.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
That's like saying, that's like you going to a beach that has fish in it, and you're
Right.
you're swimming in your clothes. Wouldn't you smell like fish?
You can absolutely read a book by its cover. Is basically what you're saying.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. My friend went through Grismer.
You can judge a book by its cover.
He had to get his front end redone. They charged him $2,500 to have that done. It didn't last 6 months.
Right.
He had to go somewhere else and have it redone again.
Is this non-stick?
So pretty much, do you know what an oil pan does?
No.
Okay. Underneath your motor is called a you have a timing. You have a timing chain. You have like your timing and all that stuff that makes your motor run correctly. Now, that oil pan sits underneath your motor.
Right.
That's where all your oil, your new motor oil goes to.
Gotcha.
In that oil pan, you have a pump. It's about that long.
Right.
It connects to your oil, connects to the top of your motor. That's what feeds your motor oil to keep everything lubricated and running correctly.
Is that Newport?
No, these are marbles.
Ooh, that's a red flag. I usually trust mechanics that smoke Newports.
No, you don't want to trust mechanics that smoke Newports because they're fucking retarded.
It must be the menthol.
But if you do not have, if your pump seizes,
Yeah.
you don't get your motor doesn't get oil to the motor.
Gotcha.
This shit right here, eventually, one of these days, if you don't get it fixed, you're gonna crack your block.
And then you can repair a cracked block, though, right?
Yeah, I'll have to send it off to the machine shop. They'll resurface it. They'll do all that stuff, and it'll be like it never happened.
Got you.
I mean, that doesn't cost a lot.
Right.
Now, if you were going to rehab this whole cylinder and everything redone, you're talking $2,000.
Now, where's your vehicle?
My vehicle is I'm having some stuff custom done to it. I could, but these guys are highly recommended. I wanted something that I really would be my own.
Should I go to them instead of you then?
You want fucked up shit?